Call of Duty Black Ops was a fantastic entry in the Call of Duty franchise, with its incredible story, engaging multiplayer, and of course, zombies. However, today we aren't talking about the zombies that pushed Easter eggs to the mainstream. Instead, I'll be going over its ugly twin. So let's get into this. Black Ops DS was created by N-Space, the same team behind Jillian Michaels' Fitness Adventure and Hannah Montana the movie game. Clearly, COD Zombies was in good hands. No, but seriously, as a kid in the early 2000s, I played many of the DS COD ports, and while they aren't nearly as good as their console counterparts, you can tell the team behind them really wanted to create a fun, unique experience for portable players. But the DS zombies, though? Oh, that's pretty rough. The zombies had no ties to the Treyarch Zombies storyline, or any storyline for that matter. Completely different maps, none of the characters we all know and love, and no Easter eggs. It was just straight up survival, round-based zombies. Oh my god, and I can't forget the weapons. Here's a fun little pop quiz for you. I want you to take a wild guess and tell me what you think is the strongest weapon in this game. Is it A, the ray gun, B, PPSH, or C, the explosive crossbow? Go ahead, I'll wait, I'll give you 5 seconds. Well, if you guessed A, you'd be wrong. In fact, all of these are wrong. Hell, the ray gun isn't even in this game. It's obviously London's best friend, the knife, you goof. Jeez. This bad boy can one-hit kill zombies on every single round. However, you do need to be very careful rocking the knife, since zombies can also one-tap you. Now, the reason why you'll use the knife instead of anything else isn't just because it's a one-hit kill with endless throwing knives to go along with it, or even because many of the weapons that would normally be decent are trash. No. It's because everything is so damn expensive. Seriously, people have been complaining about inflation now, but I was dropping 5Gs just to leave the starting room back in 2010. And if you wanted to open a second door, oof, better put a second mortgage on your house, because that'll run you 10K. 10K! On the console version, 10K would get you 5 pulls from the mystery box and pack. And you'd still have more left over. I know I've been rambling quite a bit about various things, so allow me to add a bit of structure, starting with the game's maps. There were 4 maps in the DS Zombies: Facility, House, Overlook, and Temple. Facility is in the middle of some snowy forest, and it appears to be a small government building with a simple design and this odd stairway that feels like it belongs in an entirely different map. The map House is set in a rural part of Europe within an old abandoned house, filled with old-timey furniture and... oh shit, I guess I was wrong about this game having no ties to any zombie storylines, cause according to the wiki, House was one of the zombie incidents that happened while the Ultimus crew were in Kino der Toten. Now, I don't know if this is true, and it will probably never be referenced in any of the other Zombies games, but hey, if it is, good for N-Space. Alright, let's move on to Overlook, the third map, which takes place in a cabin on top of a snowy mountain. This was probably my favorite map since it actually allowed players to go outside and explore the front yard area, which was a nice change of pace from the rest of the maps that only took place indoors. And finally, we have Temple, which I think takes place in an Egyptian excavation site based on the architecture as well as some of the zombies looking like archaeologists. This was definitely the most boring map in the game, since the starting room layout was so cramped and the map didn't even have hellhounds as an enemy type. All maps featured the same weapons, utilities, power-ups, and even enemies, aside from Temple, since that map doesn't have hellhounds, which It makes sense why there's nothing all that unique about these maps that makes them stand out from each other, since all of the maps released at the same time. So there wasn't months of planning in between releases like with the console version of Black Ops Zombies. I'd go more in depth on the maps, but most of the wall buys are identical and they all follow the same 3-door structure. So aside from the setting and layout of each room, there's not much in terms of variety until you reach the third room, since that's where I've noticed the wall buys change the most. However, you'll rarely reach the third room because the movement and controls suck so hard. Aiming with the touchscreen while moving with the D-pad is so clunky and imprecise. I hate it. Oh wait, there's an option to just use buttons. Turning your head feels like you're dragging it through mud. Okay, I will be fair, the button control layout does feel better on the 3DS, thanks to the circle pad. But the 3DS came out a year after this game released, and I doubt anyone was waiting to get the 3DS just to finally have okay controls for DS Zombies. Couple all that with actions like reloading or switching weapons being slower and less fluid than the damn World at War zombies for iOS and Android, and you have a movement system that completely disrupts the fast-paced nature of zombies gameplay that players are used to. Let's be real here. If you're a kid who can't play the M-rated console version, it's gonna take a bit more than bad controls to stop you from playing Call of Duty Zombies. But even as a kid, I couldn't turn the other way when it came to how easy it was to exploit the enemy AI in this game. Zombies had predictable and simplistic movement, making them less threatening and more boring than every other iteration of zombies we saw on console or PC. This is probably the reason for why N-Space allowed the zombies to deal so much more damage than any other version of zombies, because without the ability to one-tap the players, DS Zombies would basically just be target practice or a shooting range. And if you know how to trick the spawns, it becomes just that. I remember one day getting really excited as a kid, playing zombies on my DS Lite and getting to round 25 on Temple, but then reality hit me. All I did the entire match was abuse the poor enemy AI and spawn system, which allowed me to just walk back and forth, chucking throwing knives at these two barricades for 25 rounds. Oh my god. Once I realized what I've been doing for 30 minutes or more, I turned off my DS, took the game out, and played Kirby Superstar Ultra. I was done. So, to wrap things up, this weird Forgotten Zombies mode on DS is not very good. As an alternative zombies experience for portable players, it just doesn't hold up to the iOS and Android versions of COD Zombies, since those have most of what players love from a zombies mode, like Pack-a-Punch, Wonder Weapons, and various perks, as well as many of the fun maps from World at War and Black Ops, for much cheaper than what this game was selling for at the time. Right now, the only reason to play DS Zombies is for the novelty of playing zombies on a Nintendo DS. Aside from that, I don't see why anyone would play this now, especially since you can just download the Black Ops 3 mods that allow you to play all the DS Zombies maps, only with better visuals, good controls, and smarter AI. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have at least a little bit of fun revisiting this odd edition of zombies, but everything I found to be negative definitely outweighed my nostalgia. And that's where I'll leave things. Thank you all so much for watching. I realized once I was on the 5th Zombies game that I would need a bit more time to get the every Treyarch Zombies video done, so I hope you enjoyed this little piece of bonus content, and if you did, why not drop a like and consider subscribing? Perhaps, maybe? Also, let me know in the comments down below if you ever played Black Ops DS. Did you like the zombies or were you kind of disappointed with it? But anywho, I've been rezoraptor and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.